So are y'all living together?
It's just this beautiful connection. We will.
Look at that.
Not right now.
But you will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Why do you say that with such assurance?
Clarity.
Because that's what it's gonna be.
That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
And you both are on that page.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
Jada Pinkett Smith has the internet buzzing again. After years of separation, she now says she wants to move back in with Will. On the surface, it sounds like a hopeful love story, a broken marriage finding its way back together. But if you followed the Smiths at all over the last few years, you know this is anything but simple. Because while Jada is pushing reconciliation, Will Smith seems to be completely over it. And the story of how they got here is as messy, raw, and public as any Hollywood saga could get. Let's be clear, Will has not been the same man since the Oscar slap. The world saw him defend his wife in a moment of explosive rage, only to have the aftermath nearly destroy his career. Ever since, he's been trying to reinvent himself, focusing on music of all things. Earlier this year, Will dropped his first solo album in 2 decades. You'd think with his name, his legacy, and all the publicity, he'd at least make a splash. But the reality? His comeback has been nothing short of a disaster. The album barely moved units, critics tore it to shreds, and fans called his music dated, corny, and downright embarrassing.
That was garbage. Action star. Why are you doing that, man? You're how old is he? 56.
Question, right?
He has a midlife crisis, nigga.
That's midlife crisis?
That is midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis.
Even his music videos were roasted online as cringe and painful to watch. So while Jada is talking about moving back in, Will is out on tour, trying desperately to reclaim some kind of artistic respect. It almost feels like his focus on music is less about the art and more about avoiding his reality. He doesn't want to deal with Jada, with the marriage, with the constant questions about his private life. He'd rather drown himself in bad reviews than revisit the chaos of being under the same roof again. And then there's the elephant in the room, Jada's infamous entanglement with August Alsina. That scandal didn't just humiliate Will publicly, it defined the Smith marriage for a whole new generation. The memes, the late night jokes, the red table talk clip where Will looked broken while Jada admitted to the affair, that image burned itself into pop culture. To this day, people bring it up as shorthand for Will's downfall. So when Jada now talks about moving back in, fans can't help but remember how she aired out their most painful moments for clicks and content.
I literally said to Jada, that's it. I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy. I need you to go make yourself happy and just prove to me that it's even possible. And what we realized is that we were 2 completely separate people on 2 completely separate individual journeys.
He's done with the PR of it all. The life partnership is not working. He has a woman that he's in love with, and she is not black. And he is now talking to lawyers. The issue, and so he is setting up to divorce Jada.
And this is where the story shifts. Will's body language says it all. He's not angry, he's not emotional, he's just done. That quiet indifference hits harder than any outburst. Because when a man has reached that point, there's no convincing him otherwise. You can almost hear him saying without words, "Go on without me." So why is Jada pushing this narrative so hard? It's not just about love, it's about control. For years, Jada has owned the conversation. Through Red Table Talk, her memoir, and countless interviews, she shaped how the public sees their marriage. She's the one who revealed they'd been separated for years. She's the one who admitted the entanglement. She's the one who speaks in riddles about spiritual journeys and unconditional love. Meanwhile, Will is left reacting, defending, or worse, looking like a bystander in his own life. Even their kids have been caught in the middle.
And they would put me at the head of the table and just make me sit there while they're talking. And then I would just, from a young age, always being around that, always seeing that. Like, once I went out into the world and I saw what people, how people feel about my parents, I didn't understand.
When I was young, I definitely think I had a sex addiction of some kind.
Hearing Jaden admit he didn't even realize how the public viewed his parents says a lot. To the outside world, Will and Jada have become a spectacle, a never-ending soap opera. But to their kids, it was just life. Now, as the internet dissects every clip, every quote, and every move, the Smith children are forced to watch their family drama unfold in real time like everyone else. But if you want the clearest look at why Will might really be finished, you have to go to that infamous clip.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please.
I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start I'm standing in my house.
This moment is brutal. Jada turns the camera on, starts pushing Will into a confrontation, and you can see him shrink. He looks tired, anxious, almost defeated. He asks her to stop, but she doesn't. She keeps going, dragging him into the public eye against his will. For anyone who's ever questioned why Will stays quiet, this is your answer. This is what life has looked like behind the curtain: mind games, control, and constant humiliation. It's not just a marriage, it's a performance. One Jada has always insisted on directing. That clip shows more than words ever could. Will looks like a man trapped in his own home, and that's why so many people believe he's finally reached the breaking point. You can only be embarrassed, manipulated, and turned into content for so long before you stop caring about appearances, and that's why Jada's latest claim of wanting him back rings hollow. Not because she doesn't mean it, but because Will has nothing left to give. He's poured decades into protecting her, standing by her, and defending their marriage to the world. And what has he gotten in return? Affairs, public humiliation, viral memes, and now the pressure to pretend like everything can just go back to normal. It's telling that when Jada says she wants to move back in, it feels like a headline. But when Will hints he's not interested, it feels like a conclusion. His silence is louder than her pleas. His distance is the answer she doesn't want to hear. The saddest part is that Will is still chasing redemption through music that nobody wants. He's out there singing songs that critics laugh at, while the woman he once called his soulmate is publicly begging for reconciliation. Both of them are stuck in their own loops. Jada in the past, Will in denial. And the only thing clear is that this love story is over, and maybe that's what we're really watching. Not a comeback, not a reconciliation, but the slow, painful ending of one of Hollywood's most famous marriages. An ending drawn out by pride, ego, and the refusal to let go. Because let's be honest, Jada may say she wants him back, but Will is already gone. And if you've made it this far, shout out to all my amazing subscribers holding it down. You guys keep this channel alive, and I appreciate every single one of you. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next big celebrity bombshell. Because with stories like this, things only get crazier from here.